I clocked in over 100 hours already with the Apple Vision Pro, and this is my experience. So yes, I've used this on doing chores around my house. That works perfectly fine. I walk the dogs in public, which turns a lot of heads and gets a lot of people asking me questions about this. And I even posted a viral video that went viral on TikTok about me working on my cars. It was pretty helpful when it comes to rewiring stuff, in case you forgot like your ampage that you're connecting your cables to, and also monitoring your fuse boxes. This thing has multiple usage, and I gotta say, the technology that's in my hand right now is mind-blowing. It's definitely revolutionary. As I tried a handful of VR headsets, and a big common complaint I always have with all those is the screen door effect. And this one, you don't see none of that. It's picture clear. It's as if you're watching one of those very expensive OLED displays you see at Best Buy. That's the quality of imaging that you're expected to find in this. So I made a couple of categories of Q&As. Notice people constantly getting asked about this thing. And one of the most important ones is, who is this really made for? Well, it's made for the tech enthusiasts, but the people I find get the most usage out of this device are those that are traveling hotels to hotel, either for work purposes or traveling around the world, that works at a home office at home. This allows you to bring all those displays that you have around to your hotels or any environment you find yourself at, especially if you're working at an airport or on a public transportation like a public bus or a public train, as an example. As nobody can see what you're doing, which means it'll eliminate distractions. It's also a great way to isolate yourself from your surroundings. Think of this kind of like wearing over-the-ear headphones in public. Whenever you're wearing over-the-ear headphones in public, people are less likely to approach you. This is very similar. Just a lot of people don't know that this has pass-through mode. And the pass-through capability on this is absolutely amazing. I've tried the Quest 3 pass-through and I thought that was really great. This takes it up a notch because it doesn't have the warping fisheye effect. When it comes to latency, Apple claims it has a latency rate from the cameras to the display that you can see around 12 milliseconds. And that is ridiculously quick to a point where I could freely catch objects if I really want to. Which is why these people that were driving using their VR headsets haven't created a car accident yet. Even though I still don't recommend it, Apple themselves even tell you right then and there when you enable travel mode, do not drive while wearing the headset. But yes, I have tried the travel mode and it works really well. I have been seeing a lot of comments saying that it doesn't work on moving vehicles. I beg your differ. I tested it out before I published my own videos. I can confirm that it works. So long as you turn on travel mode, it works really well. I think those early reviewers kind of uploaded their video prematurely. So stop leaving these type of comments. I have the hardware. Nobody's paying me. I don't like Apple that much, true, but this is definitely a game changer. Now, I do enjoy the environments that Apple do provide, as you could have a cinema anywhere you go. But just like our iPhones, there's little Easter eggs in the software. One of which is, in this environment, if you actually yell, you will hear your voice get echoed back to you. Hello! Hello! You're an idiot! I'm an idiot! And then in Mount Hood, if you close all your windows, it will actually begin to rain, and it's super beautiful. It's very zen-y. It's as if I'm actually there. It begins to rain right over there. It's really like relaxing. And I also enjoy the exclusivity that Apple is including, because like Disney Plus, an example, not only do you have unique environments to play around with just a basic Disney Plus membership, but some of those movies actually do support 3D video. And watching this in 3D video mode is insane. I was easily able to rewatch all of my favorite Avenger movies without any complaints. Even Pirates of the Caribbean are in here as well. Just the very last one is in 3D. It looks mind-blowing. I cannot recommend watching a movie in 3D using the Apple Vision. It's that good. So yes, these are micro OLEDs, and it's a gorgeous display. I haven't experienced this type of clarity in VR ever. I highly recommend people to try this headset. Like, go to Apple Store and try out their demo that they have going on. You'll definitely understand more on why this headset's receiving a positive experience for VR. Screen too close to your eyes. Now, this is another concerning thing that a lot of people have been talking all over this internet about, concerns about the Apple Vision Pro. In reality, I'm pretty sure those people who are saying this are not eye professionals, are not in a medical field. They're just speaking out of their butt. because this is the same thing what was happening when the AirPods first got launched. A lot of people were saying radiation in your ears or whatever, it's not good for you. Again, all this stuff has to be approved through the government, FDA or whatever. It needs to receive the approval for consumers. I'm pretty sure there's some radiation, but it's harmless radiation, just like your smoke detector or your microwave. But the screen being close to your eyes, VR has been available for over 5 years now. When it became mainstream, more easier for consumers. They also have a screen to your eye, so don't worry about that. At this point, I believe it's just Facebook people spreading misinformation. If this was a serious cause, this again would never be available to consumers. So something that was recently discovered, mainly from Jerry Rig Everything, was the fact that this is not glass. It is glass, just the front portion is plastic. The glass portion is behind the plastic. That was kind of misleading on Apple's website. They say it is plastic. They're not wrong, again, but it's just the outer shell is plastic and it's actually easy to scratch, supposedly. Although, I don't even use the protector on mine and I don't have any scratches on mine. And you can tell by the fingerprints, I really don't baby this thing. I like to use my hardware that I own. But I was perusing on Amazon and I noticed there's some accessories you could attach onto this to protect this if you're really concerned about scratching it. Now, even though this is a controller-less all-in-one VR headset, it does the main tracking with your eyes. You just simply look at an object and you just do a pinch to confirm, and that's it. And it works about 90% of the time. There's some times when I'm just tired, it's the end of the day, but I'm using the VR headset to get work done, and the tracking isn't 100% perfect. When my eyes are tired, they do tend to not be consistent. Not really much of a deal breaker, but it's very annoying when I'm trying to reach that 1x to close certain apps and it's not responding. Now, the gaming aspect of things, someone already managed to make this connect to Steam VR. So since this is still in the early stage, I'm sure somewhere down the line, this will be possible. So you'll be able to play like full VR games in the Apple Vision Pro pretty soon. But there's nothing officially from Apple as of yet. Maybe there's a small chance it could become possible, because looking back at it more, I remember Meta had the same thing. Meta did not want its users to use Steam VR, but now you're actually able to download the Steam VR app onto the Meta store. So hopefully somewhere down the line, this will become possible. But as of now, there are some great fun games, but they're not fully immersive VR games like you'll typically find on actual VR headsets. They're mostly mobile games, but they do take full advantage of augmented reality, AR, as you have Fruit Ninja and even Cut the Rope. And the beauty about this headset is you can open as many windows as you like and scatter it all over your house, to the point where literally everywhere, every wall, so long as you're wearing this headset, becomes informative information. So that's where the Apple Pro easily shines, is the capability to open up multiple windows. Meanwhile, other VR headsets will limit you with 3 or 2. But if you like to play AAA title games like from your gaming console, when you have this paired to your Mac computer, so long as you're running the compatible streaming platform app for that console, you could stream your gaming console onto your Mac and you can have it mirrored on your Apple Vision Pro. And with a paired Bluetooth controller, you are able to easily play any type of games that comes to mind. Now, the Apple ecosystem. If you are a part of the Apple ecosystem, all your click and drags, your AirDrop capability are all found here. You can copy and paste from your computer to the Apple Vision and vice versa. Super easy, even your iPad. Hand-off mode also works on this as well, and it works incredibly well. Now, when it comes to comfort, this Solar Loop Band took me a while to get used to, but it's super advanced. This thing alone is insane. It's super comfortable. No other VR headset out of box has something like this. It's so good that people have been modding it to support other VR headsets, because this little knob allows you to actually tighten it and loosen it. I could literally wear it like my snowboarding goggles. I could just rest it down around my neck like this and just wear it throughout the day. And when I'm done, I could just bring it up, tighten this knob, and it's on me. And it's really comfortable. I'm actually quite surprised. Even though this is heavy, it's around like 600 to 650 grams of weight. It's actually fairly balanced, even with the Solar Loop Band. But they also include the Dual Loop Band, which from my understanding, balance things a bit more. But that one will obviously ruin your hair. This one just goes on like a headband. Now, I have seen some people already modify like the Bobo VR to work with the Apple Vision Pro, and they were able to remove this. But honestly, without the space lens, I think this is just too close. This is just uncomfortable in my opinion. It hurts my nose. I personally can't wear it like that. I have to use this. So somewhere down the line, I'm sure we'll easily have more options in case you're not a huge fan of this band or the dual band that Apple provides. But it's really well engineered, as all Apple products typically are. Now, the battery life. There seems to be a confusion with this battery bank. A lot of people tend to believe that it's not plug and play. I could power this directly out of an outlet. And in addition to that, this does support 60 watts of fast charging, which means, from my experience, from 10%, I could get this back up to 80% in just under 20 minutes, so long as I'm using a fast power adapter. Then battery life, I have been averaging a consistent 2.5 hours under a single charge. And then when it comes to portability, you can also, since it does support plug and play, with a fast enough portable power bank, you could allow this thing to charge quickly off a power bank as well. And the fact that this is removable, this leads me to believe that in the near future, we should be seeing some accessories that utilize this little pin adapter to connect on the side to provide a battery bank directly connected in the back, making this more portable. And this being an Apple product, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of support for third-party accessories. So with that said, I'm really blown away with the Apple Vision Pro. Just like the very first Meta headset, this one will easily get better over time with more app support. I know they're adding apps daily now, and some of these apps are really unique and clever, like this piano one. Puzzle games are extremely fun in VR as well. Apple has been known to be working on this thing ever since 2017, and now that it's finally produced and it's out in retailer stores, yeah, Apple really did their homework on this and making this into the best headset currently in the market. Yes, it might have a hefty price tag, but there's other VR headsets that are more expensive than this, and they don't even come close to what Apple can deliver. I personally want Apple to lower the price tag to something more reasonable, but the likelihood that's happening doesn't seem to be strong. So if it's anything like iPhones, the next generation will probably cost the same as this one, but the next generation will definitely improve some of the quirks that this first generation Apple Vision Pro has, starting with the battery bank location as once more. This is why, I mean, this is a bit of a risky investment to be buying right now, but next year I'm sure this will become 2 times even better with the amount of support and apps that are going to become available. So that's my review of the Apple Vision Pro. Game changer product, that's for sure. And the picture imaging and quality that it delivers. The personas is interesting, but again, Apple is also improving this, as recently there was a beta update that enhanced the personas, so Apple is focusing on improving this and making it seem more realistic. And I'm sure they have the capability to make that possible, especially sometime near the future. Anywho, there you guys have it. That is my review of the Apple Vision Pro, what I think about it, what its main uses are for, who could benefit off it, and all that stuff. If you have any questions, feel free to comment down below. I'll try to get back to you and answer any questions you may have. Just be respectful down there. We're just tech enthusiasts at the end of the day. And seeing that Apple is evolving VR to the next level is still incredible. Now for those Easter eggs and hidden feature video, make sure to click on this video right over there. Thank you so much for watching.